a show, on my own show, Arsenal is going to get cooked. Unfortunately, we lost to Aston Villa, and these guys are here to cook. Now, luckily, we have some other people taking some massive L's with us. Manchester United getting thrashed by Bournemouth. We also seen Chelsea lose to Everton, who are currently on 13 points. If Everton were not deducted the 10 points, they would be clear of Chelsea by 4 points. That's how funny Chelsea season has been. We're also going to be talking about Manchester City, as we do have my guy Patrick in the building talking about Manchester City. We're going to have to talk about how lucky Liverpool have been. Or you know what? Should I just say credit to Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp for continuously picking up points, now going top of the table. We're going to have to talk about that. And a little bit of more about everything else going around, like Tottenham slapping Newcastle. Crazy to think. But let's get the show started. Let's hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys enjoy these videos, please do subscribe if you're new. Let's get the show started. On today's show, we got this beautiful panel coming for you guys. Let's get it started. Yes, people. Listen, man. What are you saying? Why are you off camera, bro? You're hiding like Chelsea.
No, I'm here, bro. I'm here. Just give me a second.
Let me get your.
I'm on Instagram after taking it out. What's
bro,
up?
man ain't hiding, bro. As long as Arsenal keep losing, I'm
You're
here forever.
Listen, you're shameless shit, man. Chelsea are teaching you 12, and you're here trying to ban to Arsenal.
Bro, listen.
They're all the
I don't know
same.
what to say, man, but
They're all the same.
You're all just shit.
Sure, that's why I am.
Every Chelsea fan's like this. I thought it was just like Don and Chez. They're all like this.
Wait, it got. Just is this the brother who said Cole Palmer is better than Foden?
Yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, he's getting cooked tonight.
Listen, Alan is going to be joining us. So if you guys don't know, we got Canadian Cam in the building to talk about Ten Hag. We got my boy Yasin in the building here to talk about Poch. Are you Poch out yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, respect. We got Ram here to talk about Liverpool and how they robbed Palace. We got Patrick in the building to talk about how Jack Grealish has finally arrived after a year. And how long has he been there? What?
Don't get gassed, please. He hasn't arrived anyway. Don't get gassed. Don't.
You see, you're tempered. But I think the only place to start right now is to start with the first game of the week. Let's just get the Liverpool game out of the way. Liverpool are top of the table. Ram, last time we finished with your team. So we're going to start off with your team this time. Liverpool, top of the table, beat Crystal Palace. My question to everybody is, was this a Liverpool kind of game, or was it just me? Because I felt like there was a penalty decision that was chalked off for a soft foul on Enzo. There was also a penalty given. So you know what? You can't really say it went their way. But then when they did score the goal, guys, that was the weakest red card I've seen. The second yellow, that was not a second yellow.
That was a second yellow. It was. And people want to say it's not. If you go back and look at the replays, Joe Gomez was marauding at right back and he had a load of space right in front of him. If Elliott played him through, it was a counter-attack. By the letter of the law, if you stop a potential counter-attack, it's a yellow card. Jordan Ayew is stupid enough to do what he did. The first yellow card was stupid. He didn't need to do that, especially the fact they just scored the goal and they got the ascendancy. And then the second one, like, dude, you stopped the counter-attack. It's a red card. It's a second yellow. You can't have any complaints about that. And to be fair, in terms of this game, VAR actually did this job properly. Even though it took like forever to make a decision, it did its job properly. The first goal, it was literally a foul on Enzo because the referee gave a foul for Van Dijk, and there was no difference in terms of the tackle on I think Edouard that it was on Enzo. The second one, it was a foul. It was naive from Konsa. Is a young defender's challenge. If I was him, if I was next to him, I'd have been like, bro, Mateta's shit. You didn't need to do that. What's he gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. So just let him do what he wants to do and probably run it out of play. So there's that. And then the 2 yellow cards is 2 yellow cards. So from my point of view, this time VAR got its actual decisions right. And it went both against me and for me. But it's at the end of the day, it's the right decision. I can't complain about it. You know? It is what it is.
I want to know, guys, is it me or Liverpool continuously getting away with it? These performances, Alisson is saving their ass. They're finding ways to get back into the game. And it's just like...
So one thing would you say... I mean, Alisson's supposed to save their ass. He's literally their goalie. That's to me, I always find that interesting when people talk about keepers saving their team.
No. They are supposed to concede at this point, XG wise.
Doesn't, but that's why you have an elite goalkeeper. That's it. It's a weird. It's always been like we got the same thing when we had De Gea saving us, and people are like, "Oh, without him." It's like, but you have him, right? So you can't really discount what he's doing. It's just he's the best keeper in the world right now, so that's helping them win games. For me, I look at this game and I think it doesn't really matter what happened going into that game. If you were to ask anybody here, is Liverpool going to lose that game? We don't say no, right? So if we'd all say no to Liverpool losing that game, it's kind of like what happened is a bit inconsequential because you have to be good to be lucky. Like I hate praising Liverpool, but like they're there for a reason, right? Like they're top of the league for a reason right now. I don't think they stick. I still stick with Arsenal's going to win the league, but it's not like Liverpool's this upstart team. Like we're talking about Villa being in a false spot or Newcastle, even with all the bullshit people talking about best team, whatever, and they're sitting 6th. Liverpool's actually been there, and if City faltered, they're always going to be there to be ready to pounce on the title. That's how I look at it. Like the game.
You must be worried about next week.
Me, we're going to get fucking cooked. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not worried. I just know it. It's like there's moments where the same thing with the, and everybody knows I'm pretty optimistic when it comes to United, but the same thing with the Champions League. I was like, why are we upset? Like, let's just go out. Like, we got our manager making decisions, like sitting Rasmus Højlund in big games because we have a Champions League coming out. Why? Let's go to that tournament. We don't belong there right now. We're not ready for it. So us against Liverpool next week. Yeah, we're gonna cook, but I don't want to talk about that yet. But
wait, you want to go to the Europa League?
I don't want to be in any of those tournaments right now. United aren't good enough. We're not deep enough to be in more than two competitions. FA Cup, Prem. That's it. Like, keep your focus there because that's where we can focus.
I disagree with you on two things. The first one also for the Liverpool. Look, big up to Liverpool. At the end of the day, you get lucky or not. Let's be honest. They were lucky in that game. Gao is not lying. That game, they were getting pumped. I think it was 11v11. Crystal Palace is living in something. But big up to Liverpool. Somehow, Klopp has created a team where he's not using a very reliable DM. And with the guy Enzo, he's not that great. But, you know, for the past few matches, he's not been playing Enzo. He's been playing McAllister. And that other guy who's got a name that I can't pronounce. But anyway, big up to him also. But I just feel like this Liverpool team, any team this season, I think is going to hold an L somewhere. They'll be holding a lot of L's. Talking about United and Liverpool, I just feel like the way this league is going, I was telling the guy off the league, so something just telling me that the confidence of Liverpool fans saying we're going to slap United, and the time when we don't expect United to be great with Bruno out, is the time we'll find out United actually get a win. And we're like, what the hell just happened? Because this season has been a season where we're all asking, what just happened? What just happened? Did anybody know that Spurs are going to pump Newcastle like that? I don't know. I didn't know. I actually thought Newcastle were going to do better than Spurs. For that match for the Liverpool, let me give you guys credit. As I said, I don't know how Klopp has managed to play without a proper DM. It's just going with players that are just attack-minded, but it's working. It's working so far. Let's see how the league goes. I know our friend down here predicted Arsenal. I am more scared of Liverpool than Arsenal winning the league, if I'm being honest. Even this Liverpool side, I think they can carry themselves to win the title more than Arsenal. That's just me. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just on your point, yeah, you talk about the players. Ryan loves to go off this so many times. Big up, Ryan. Our spine has been arguably the best performing spine out of everybody. You know, Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Salah. That is literally our spine, and they've been our best players. And those are 4 players that know what it's like to win. Trent drops it to midfield, doesn't he? He drops into midfield, so it kind of.
Technically, that's not a spine.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Am I tripping, guys, or is he kind of breaking the rules by saying Trent?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of weird. I always see this like maybe you could just say your core players. Like your spine's typically
It's still a spine,
right?
innit, you know?
Your striker, your midfielder. Your spot. Like I'm pretty sure the spine means striker.
Man's not talking about a spine. Man's talking about battleship, where he's like he got little pegs here everywhere.
I call it what it is, man. If you talk about our top players, yeah, they've been performing at another level, and yeah, those are the kind of players that have stepped up properly, massively, and those are 4 players that know what it's like to win a league title against this Man City teams. Those are the players that Pep Guardiola hates the most in his entire life. I guarantee you, Guardiola.
Name the players.
Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah.
Can I say one thing? I don't think anybody. I'm sorry. As much as Trent is doing well, I don't think anybody loses sleep over Trent. I'm sorry, I don't. I just don't.
Well, Pep does. Pep does.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Pep does. Pep does.
Wait,
do you think?
Sense.
Okay, let me give you this words. I wrote on my status the other day. Yeah, I know. Let me give you this. Trent is a generational talent, but he's not a generational right back. That's bullshit. He's not a good right back. Because I'm sorry, my right back is supposed to be balanced. You're supposed to know how to defend and how to go forward. Or do something that's great. Like defending is what a defender is supposed to do.
Well, let me ask you a question. When Andre Pirlo was in the midfield for all those teams that he played for in Italy, did people say he's not that good defensively? Or did they say what he's good at, he's amazing?
Yeah,
my point is you can be elite in a position and not necessarily be the best in every single area.
I think Trippier is better as a fullback.
Okay, that's like saying
as a football player, Trent is clear of most players. Get my words. As a football player, I rate him. But as a defense, as a fullback, I don't, because you have to defend. You have to know how to defend.
Can we stop doing this though?
I agree with him.
Can we please stop saying Trent defensively? Because his job, yes, he's a right back, but his job in that team is to be more of a creator and to do more up the pitch than it is to just sit back and be a deep line defense center back.
Can I say something to you,
Carl? One second. Yeah. If you were to go to any one of our teams and look at our best player and say this is what one part of his game that he's weak at, then everyone has a hole in their game. There's not any person that doesn't have a weakness to their game. Are we going to say Mbappe is not good because he doesn't track back?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah, but it's not his job to track. Like that's not.
But that's what Gal was saying.
My point is Trent's job is not to.
Okay.
Trent's job is not to. He's a defender.
Yeah,
his job is not to sit in the pocket and just defend for 90 minutes.
Okay,
his job is to almost play next to Enzo.
I know, but it's the first time ever in my life watching football.
You have Zinchenko. You had Zinchenko.
He was also asked. I used to say he's a bad fullback. Let me speak to you on this, guys. All my life I've been watching football. It's only the first time ever when people are defending Trent, they always bring an explanation. Every time when we talk about players, nobody explains that. Trent is like, oh my God, at least he does this forward. My God, then become a midfielder. As I said, he's a generational talent, but he's not a generational fullback. I'm sorry. And fullback,
I had to speak to Pop about that.
Okay, guess what?
I agree with him. I'm not gonna lie, I do agree with him because I think I see where he's coming from. He's talking about like as a defender, it's not as a fullback. You have to be a good defender. That's one of that's a key component in a fullback's game, and he's not really like that good. So the way people more rate him as a player, it just doesn't make sense, you know.
Another key component.
It's not even like he's a wing back.
Up for your team. He always is there, and he's always stepping up for his team. He's always performing. How many players do you know that can change a game from the right back position?
Cancelo used to do that, by the way. So
and he wasn't that good defensively either.
James from Chelsea does it, and he's better defensively.
But James is never fit. We're gonna talk about James in a minute. He's never available. When is he available?
And
Guys,
when he does play recently, boy, he
I
gets
personally
stripped.
think right now. I personally think this may be a hot take, but I'm saying so Reece James now because I'm sick and tired of this guy, bro. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. That's not a hot take. From my perspective, I hear you.
My fan base thinks that he's like this guy who is so superior to every single. Like he's not. This guy's on Twitter, too busy on Twitter saying, "I say no." The guy is pathetic, man, and he's not available. His legs are made out of breadsticks. The guy is finished, man. Like, he's selling minutes. You know?
Yeah, there you go. Chelsea fans saying
he ain't worth it, man. He ain't worth it.
I'll say this. I mean, because we're gonna finish up on Liverpool, and probably we're gonna move on to Chelsea. But like, I've always got to question this guy. Yeah, when Liverpool fans said at the start of the season we'll be there or thereabouts, but we won't win it. A lot of you lot were shooting us down. We're not going to be there. The only people that actually agreed with us were actually City fans. City fans like Patrick, like Hamza, like Daps, like Alan, like El Nobbins. They've all said, don't sleep on Liverpool. And now you're seeing the play that we're doing, what we're doing. You just got to say it, man. You know, I got it wrong. Liverpool are that team, and I got to hold that. That's what you got to say, Gal.
I'm not saying none of that. But what I will say, what I will say is, you guys are top right now. You guys are grinding out results, doing what you got to do. Credit to you guys. I do think that red card on Ayew was extremely soft, but hey, it is what it is. I just want to give a shout out to Mohamed Salah, 200 goals for Liverpool, 150 goals in the Premier League. Yeah. I just need people to chill with the best ever to play in the Premier League tag. Guys need to chill with that.
You can't
if he wins a couple more pre-PLs.
You have to admit.
No, bro. People need to chill with that. He's not coming with Henry's legacy. The guy's gone after this season. We all know this.
And he's not even
that's the thing.
In Africa, we don't rate him as one of the best because he's never won the AFCON.
Bro, there's arguably he's not even the greatest Egyptian of all time.
How do you not rate him?
Abu Trika has a big say
because he ain't got an AFCON. And to be fair, I got to ask you this though.
Does Drogba have an AFCON?
Yeah. No,
he doesn't. No, he doesn't. They got it the year after.
Regarded as one of the best.
Can I say something though? Drogba at least performed 5.
Torre got one.
Salah poor.
Oh nah, don't do that, Patrick, man. I watched the last AFCON and Salah was doing his thing for Egypt.
How can you allow Riyad Mahrez to go to your country and
all I have
on you?
To say is everybody who plays FPL, captain Mo Salah for next week. Because he's going to be facing Manchester United and he loves to score hat-tricks.
He is my captain. He's been my captain also.
This guy. Honestly.
Yo, by the way, do you have Mo Salah in your fantasy team? What do you call it? Callum. Why did I say Callum? Cam.
Yeah, he's my captain now. He's my vice captain, so I get those points. But I screwed up. I brought in 2 Chelsea players because I thought they'd at least get a clean sheet. And I brought in Trippier, and now he's suspended. So that's just how things are going.
I'm not going to lie to you. This season, FPL is probably the worst for me.
I would have brought in Porro if I just waited, but I wanted to get ahead of the
I got Porro.
Fucking hell. I have Tottenham players in my team. They saved my ass. Listen, let's get into the next one. I don't know how, Alan, do you want to say anything on Liverpool or you want to go straight into the Arsenal game? Because I think you guys...
I don't want to say something on Liverpool very quickly. Look, I said at the start of the season they'll be there or thereabouts. It depends on what they do with their midfield, if they bring in anyone else in January, because I think they might be a bit short. But at the moment, again, they're there or thereabouts. It depends on what they do in January, whether they strengthen as well. I think you need better backup or like somebody else in there than Enzo. I'll be honest, I don't rate him at all. I don't think he's all that. But if they strengthen midfield, then they're going to be there at the end of the season. Look, it weren't Liverpool's fault that Palace went down to 10 men. It weren't Liverpool's fault because the referee made the mistake. I don't think it was a red card, but you benefited from the referees and the officials messing up. You benefited. You took your chance and you took advantage of it, like Spurs did with you. Hopefully, it can be settled now and put to bed. And Liverpool got.
I mean, he kept it consistent though, Alan. He kept it consistent. He was card happy that day. He was very card happy. He was giving out cards left, right, and centre.
Look, the referee. That was an awful. I think VAR got the key decisions right. I think they took time, but they got the right decisions, and the penalty that was called was correct. But I think they just, the yellow cards. If any of us had a player sent off for those 2 bookable offences, we'd all be livid. So
I'll be fuming, bro.
I think Palace were hard done by, but Liverpool took the opportunity that came to them. It wasn't nothing to do with them. They took advantage of the opportunity, and they're top of the table for that reason.
So talking about referee.
Rent-free. Sorry,
I think talking about referee decisions, this is a perfect segue to Arsenal and the absolute robbery that took place.
No, Egal, we're not gonna start off like that, Egal.
Yes.
No, don't.
Yes,
No.
No, we're not.
This-
Don't do that.
This was an utter disgrace, and I think
No, it wasn't. It was.
a lot of people sitting here are
Without
going
disgrace,
to try
man.
to
Why is it
downplay
always the referee? Listen, I've got a
You're
question.
going to
Why
try
is it
to
always you
downplay
guys?
it. You're going to try to downplay it. You're going to try to say this didn't happen. You're going to try to try to do all this other stuff. But the reality of the situation is, what happened was this. We did not take our chances. I hear that. We had opportunities. We had a really good performance overall. We battered these guys, but they did well defensively. They took their goal, and I think the reason why I say we got robbed. I don't think we got robbed of a victory. We got robbed of a penalty decision and potentially a goal. Because I think the goal is questionable also because of two things. One, let me point it on the screen so everyone can see the penalty from Douglas Luiz. If you look right there, there's an arrow. And the
This
reason
man
why,
has edits. Hey, God, did you have to do this, Ika?
the reason why I have this is for two reasons. One, you can clearly see there was a penalty given earlier in that day
Just let it
for
go, man.
Oh my
similar
God,
contact, and then there was
Just
another
let it go,
one.
let it go, let it
There
go.
was no penalty. Then we go to the handball. You guys can't tell me that doesn't hit Matty Cash's arm twice. It actually hits his
It
hand.
hits Kai Havertz's arm as well, Gal. You forgot that.
Listen,
Actually
if
hits my
if
Havertz's
it's
arm at least
not
4 times.
if it's not a handball from Matty Cash and a penalty first, how is it a handball?
If he said the first one time it actually hits his sleeve the first time. That's why it's not a handball. But then it
What about when it
ricochets
hits
back
your
onto Kai Havertz's arm, and then it's a little bit of volleyball between those two players, and then it ends up in the back of the net.
If you
So
go
that
back
is not
and
a handball, Gal.
you go back and watch it, it actually hits his arm as well. Cash, like in his, it doesn't. He's not got his arm out. It hits beside his thing, which for me is never.
Yeah.
A penalty. What then happens is it hits Kai Havertz's arm and it bounces. What's going away from him bounces into him, like down to his foot because of where it hits his hand. It's not intentional. He's not doing it to try and rob. It's just unfortunate, but it's not a goal. It's not a goal.
It's the
It was
rules.
the right decision to be made. The penalty claim, okay, I can kind of understand where you're coming from that. I've seen so many of them. But I've seen so many of them not good. That's like in regards to that. And some that are given, it's inconsistent. It just didn't go for you on the day. I wouldn't say you were robbed, though. I think that's a stretch.
No, but Alan, the reason why I wouldn't give
I was robbed. You want to know why I say I was robbed?
Go on.
Before
Why?
the game
It's
even
the border Poch.
before the game even kicked off, Jamie Carragher
The
was
players are shit, most importantly.
1 second. What did you say?
No, nothing. Don't worry.
I was like, what? Listen, before the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, Yassi, bro.
Before the game.
Before
the game. How are they already testing this out? Handball.
Come on, Egal.
Stop it. They do that all the time, man. Egal, you do realize that's the camera. Egal, you do realize that's the camera.
What's the chances, though? What's the chance?
You have to test the technology before the game starts, bro.
You are actually, Egal, you have some shame.
I'm going to do my question of a gal.
Have some shame. This is bad.
My impression of a gal when they go 1-0 down. I'll be back in just 2 minutes. But when they lose, I'll do my impression of a gal.
This is bad, Egal.
Egal, you sunk into such a deep place, bro. Honestly.
Egal, that's shameless. It's the most shameless thing you've ever done.
I've never seen anything so shameless.
1 second. All jokes aside. I thought we were the better team on the day. Aston Villa scored a really good goal. We didn't take our chances. And you know what? It is what it is. This whole thing where people are acting like Aston Villa were the better team is ridiculous to me.
They were for the first bit.
They were the better team. They were the better team.
They won
the first 30 minutes.
No, do you know what?
Listen, one thing you need to know is that being a better team does not make you win games. If you're a league title,
Thank you.
If you're league title contenders, you should be winning games like this. If you didn't, just move on, take the L.
Man City lost this game also.
Egal.
Man City are shit.
Egal, Have Hope said it, man. This is one of the few times I agree with Have Hope. Get it done. Get it done. That's all you got to do to win these trophies. You got to get it done, and you lot didn't. And to be
You're
fair,
gonna struggle at Aston Villa away also. They're a tough ground.
We slapped them 3-0, but it is what it is.
What the hell are you wearing?
The tinfoil hat.
The tinfoil hats are back, man.
This is the gal when Arsenal lose. There's a conspiracy theory. We were robbed by the officials. They were doing everything for the match. It was against Arsenal. Arteta, Lego hair, manager of the season, absolutely fine. It's all good. But Arsenal do nothing wrong. Arsenal get everything right. It's all good.
Guys, on a serious note, though, real talk. You genuinely think all those decisions were 100% correct in that game? You don't think penalty?
I'll tell you the Gabriel Jesus one.
Yeah.
The Gabriel Jesus. If you add context to it, because I know you brought up the concert one. Mateta's running in at full pace. Mateta's running at full pace, so even the slightest of contact will put someone off like that. And the one with Gabriel Jesus is the exact same thing Thiago did to him. And I thought it was zero contact, minimal contact, and no need to fall around like that. So it wasn't a foul in my opinion.
When somebody
that's why I gave him the 60 shit.
We can talk about Arsenal taking their chances, but I just want to know: do you guys believe this is a penalty? Yes or no?
No, I don't.
No,
I really don't. It's not enough. It's not enough for me.
Okay, if you guys watch the video, he pulls his ankle towards him.
Oh my god!
No, stop it.
He uses his foot to pull Jesus' foot towards him. Does that not change?
Is that enough to make him do what he did?
Search up Egal Talks Football. Sorry about that.
Anyway,
continue. Finish up. Yeah.
Well, can I say something? Can I say something? I love what happened to you guys against Villa because when City fans were going off in a City space after the Villa match, it was Arsenal fans who came into our space and were laughing. And the guy that I was looking at you, I think on the Football Trends, you posted a video predicting that we're shit. In my head, I was just looking at that Villa game. I was like, Villa are going to slap Arsenal. Do Arsenal fans know that they're going to get slapped also at Villa? So I'm happy this has happened to you. But let me say one thing, Arsenal fans. This is the girls' channel, so there must be a lot of Arsenal fans. Let me say something, and even the panel can agree with me. People like saying it's the history of Spurs. It's the history of Spursy. When are we going to talk about Arsenal? When Arsenal are in the spotlight, and all the time they are supposed to win something or supposed to look good, even around April or next year when the season is about to end. Arsenal always fall to pieces. I don't know who thinks that. Arsenal always fall to pieces when they're the guys that have to take the pressure on. Once pressure is on, that's it. But when things are not, when they're not under pressure, they look good, they play well. But once the pressure is on, your team seems to fall to pieces. But yet they always say it's Spurs who are the ones who have a history of falling apart. But look at Arsenal, you have a similar history, maybe even worse, because you guys have won trophies, so you are supposed to win trophies. I'm just saying, I don't know if the panel agrees. I just think also Arsenal have a history of going to shit.
My honest opinion is, bro, like you lot, for me as well, like this game, I think Aston Villa had their chance in the first half. They were all over you, and besides the goal, they didn't really do much, but they were still going out goal. They were unlucky not to get a second goal. With you lot, you were the better team, but Arsenal, they need to understand these type of games. You need to understand that if you want to be league title contenders, you have to be winning games like this. And also, you need to actually pick between who's your best. Listen, you guys call yourself league title contenders. You don't know who your best goalkeeper is, who your best left back is. Zinchenko's a liability. Jesus is a fraud. He can't score 20 goals a season.
Let me explain the goalkeeper situation to everyone straightforward. Ramsdale is not playing. Raya is playing as long as it's not against Brentford. Raya plays every game.
Wait, what do you mean against Brentford? What do you mean by that?
Because we haven't bought him yet.
He's on loan.
He's technically still on loan. So he's technically still a Brentford player. The reason why, do you guys understand why Ray is here? Do you guys get it? Do you know why Ray was bought?
Yeah, because Ramsdale is shit.
No, it's because Ramsdale doesn't listen to instructions.
No, he's shit.
No, it's not that he's shit. He just doesn't listen to instructions.
He's wrong. Ramsdale is not good enough, man.
When the manager,
for me, in my opinion,
when the manager is telling him to hold on to possession, he'll just kick it long when he gets pressured. Where Raya will actually continue to try to play the way that the manager wants him to play. So he would rather go and get a Raya in and change Ramsdale and have him here for this year to kind of get the transition to be smooth. But guess what? I don't think it's a punishment. I just think it's a thing where he decided I need a different type of keeper who's going to listen to me, because one thing he hates is people who don't follow instructions. Let's be honest. Any one of you guys here, if you're a manager and you have a player who's in your team that doesn't listen to you, would you keep him for long?
No, yet I still hear United fans cry about players that don't get into our teams. So it's like, it depends. A lot of people have different opinions on that, right? Like when it comes down to who's the right person, like people who hate Arteta will be like, well, why should Ramsdale listen, right? Then people who it's a nuanced conversation. It's just very clear that Arteta didn't rate Ramsdale. That's basically it. I think that's why you make that decision. I don't think it's just he doesn't take instructions because what instructions are you really giving a keeper that's
Yeah,
that
seriously.
Bro, the instructions are simple. The instructions are simple. Whenever you have the ball, try to play it short. Don't kick it long because we have a higher likelihood of losing the ball.
Sure, I hear you on that, but
so play it to the midfielder or play it to a defender, and don't kick it long because we're gonna lose possession and it's gonna be instantly an attack.
Weren't you guys bragging about how good his long passing is?
Yes, but when he's under pressure, he doesn't trust himself.
Can I look? I understand about the Ray Ramsdale situation. Can I just call? Can we just talk about somebody else? And I want to call this person out. Can we just talk about Casper the Friendly Ghost at the moment? Martin Odegaard.
The best midfielder in the Prem?
He is not the best midfielder.
Better than KDB last year.
Last season, let me.
I don't even know what they're talking.
No, last season, right? I don't take anything away from what he did last season. This season, though, I'm sorry, he has disappeared more than he has been on show for Arsenal this season. He's got 3 goal contributions against Bournemouth this season in 1 game. At the other 12, he's got 4 goal contributions in 4 games, and there's 8. He's done nothing. He's got no goal contributions. He went missing yesterday. He even had a shot on a plate where he should have scored, but Martin has denied him. In so many big games, he's actually not showing up this season. And look, I understand because he had a good season last season. People are still saying, oh, Martin Odegaard's this and that. I'm sorry. He is not at the level that Arsenal fans think he is. Yeah. He goes missing way too often. And I think we need to have a conversation about Martin Odegaard and him. Look, he's on fraud watch for me.
He's a fraud, man.
He's a fraud. That's why Madrid got rid of him. He's a fraud.
Yeah.
Every single big game. Listen, the only big game he's supposedly, whenever I say big game, does he turn up? Arsenal guys tell me, oh, last season. Broski, last season, Chelsea was not a big game. Chelsea's not even a big game in general. I will admit that. We're not a big club anymore. We're finished. So, yeah.
Go. I want to hear your
take.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. Martin Odegaard was a 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Did the pressure get to you lot?
What was he doing? Kai Havertz, in the last 3 games, Kai Havertz has outperformed him. Genuinely.
Did the pressure get to you lot?
Kai Havertz has been man of the match performance yesterday, was the best player on the pitch for us. And that is not a disrespect to everybody else. That's a compliment to how good he was. He put 3 chances on a plate for players, and they couldn't do nothing with it. He was one of the best players on the pitch, dribbling with the ball. He even had a goal in the back of the net that it was disallowed, unfortunately. But hey, what can you do? Martin Odegaard, he needs to improve. He needs to get his shooting boots on. He needs to find the right foot. But overall, I think this season we got to cut him a little bit of slack because he did come back from an injury recently, and he just had a good game versus Luton.
We've been waiting for him to become something since he was young. We've been waiting for so long. Unfortunately, this kid was supposed to be something since he was young. Madrid got rid of him. You guys last year were calling him better than De Bruyne, better than Bruno, better than all the midfielders. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I think Maddison is levels above Odegaard. Levels above Odegaard. And Odegaard, somebody used to tell me, I used to rate him too. After the fun, one of my friends said, Patrick, don't rate this fraud. This guy disappears. He couldn't even captain Norway into the Euros. This guy is poor.
No. Don't put that on my guy. Your boy didn't even show up when they needed him. He was like,
injured.
Oh.
He was injured.
No, he wasn't injured. He was pulling a sickie to stay fit for City. We know it. He was missing international qualifiers because he's like, oh, I don't want to miss the FA Cup game to get the treble. He was focusing on that treble. He cost his country a berth.
And he's the best player.
I think Odegaard, if we're going to be honest, he's a very good player, but the whole class that he was put in where he can just carry a team to a title on his own. People were talking about him like he was Modric and shit. That's just got to chill. I think until we see it, until he does it over.
That is so true. That is so true.
Until he plays like what he did last year for multiple.
Don't forget the world-class shots as well.
Yeah, like multiple years. Odegaard is just a good player. Like, you know what I mean? He hasn't done nearly enough. And when it gets tough, he's not there. So it is. He's young though. He's young, so that's what he's got on the side. He's young, like most of your team. So
You want to know something?
people got to chill on these predictions of.
I am not going to sit here and protect Martin Odegaard like you guys aren't talking truths. The reality is Martin Odegaard in these games away from home has not been performing. Chelsea away from home did not perform. I don't know how many other games we've had away from home this season, but like against the smaller teams, I guess he's doing well. But when it comes
who
to
the next game away from home is?
Liverpool, yep.
I'm saying 23rd of
That's a
December,
big
a
one.
proper
That's huge.
Christmas cracker. I'm talking last game before
We're
Christmas.
talking
Oh,
about Wonderland.
You might as well leave Odegaard at home.
Guys,
for that
there's
game. Just
nothing.
leave him
There's
out.
nothing wrong.
Hello,
There's
Alan,
nothing
mate.
wrong with, there's nothing wrong with asking more from Odegaard, and I agree with you guys. But let me just ask you guys one question: do you guys believe Arsenal got outplayed by Aston Villa? Because I think that's ridiculous.
First half.
They did,
First
yeah.
half.
They did, yeah.
First
No,
half.
no.
know what? You know what?
I think you can't say outplayed in first half. Was it that we outplayed them for the remainder of the game?
Yeah,
you know
but
what didn't benefit? Do you know what didn't benefit? I think them scoring in the first 7 minutes didn't benefit them because I think they were like, "Oh crap, we just scored." They were caught in two minds whether they have to go forward or attack. Because against City, they didn't score until like the 70th minute,
Yeah,
and they knew they had to keep on going.
Yeah,
They were battering City.
They
But that's
didn't.
because they didn't score until the 70th minute ago. They scored in the
No,
7th.
but what they did to City was not normal. What they did to us was they played a complete opposite game.
They didn't outplay you. They outworked you. There's a difference.
Thank you.
All
Thank
Right,
you.
Scottish Sedan. What do you know?
Guys.
What Scottish Sedan was on point. But again, before we, I need to ask you this question.
You got to move on.
No,
Because
one
we-
question.
No,
One
no,
question.
no, no, no,
One
no,
question, again. One question.
Yeah.
Do you guys buckle under the pressure?
No,
They do.
No.
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 I wasn't. The two games that we've lost this season is very controversial.
No,
We-
come
we-
on.
No. Genuinely, we haven't been comprehensively beaten once this season.
I mean, you beat us by an inch.
Maybe you could say the FA Cup, the Europa, the League Cup game.
Newcastle.
Lawns.
Newcastle was not a comprehensive win, bro.
Wait,
That
so,
was
so, you,
argument.
so you're telling me
This
that
guy wanted
Arsenal
me to-
outplayed Newcastle?
Bro, the two losses this season, I could sum them up in a picture. The one where Gabriel's getting pushed and the friggin' penalty.
Yeah,
You were
I
lucky-
can say,
you were
I can
lucky
say
the
that
draws.
about my team, though. I can say that about my team.
This
The
guy
Yeah,
time
yeah.
that we drew and lost.
And Gal,
is that we-
Garnacho's
it's
on
because
side.
we
You guys lose that
dominated the
game, right? Like, there's lots of things you could say. At the end of the
And
day, like,
the draws this season, you've been lucky. Some of the draws, you've been battered in
I
some
still
of the
think
draws.
they're going to win the league, but like,
Oh, that's not happening. I can bet you that's not
Who
happening.
do you think is going to still win the league?
Arsenal's going to win the league.
I think Liverpool will be
Well,
better than Arsenal.
Yeah.
No.
Just on the strength of their team alone. The team that's a deep team.
Okay, but
That's
what
a
if? Can I put a situation out there, Cam? If we
Yeah.
do end up getting a DM in the January transfer window, say the hypothetically, I say Zubamendi.
Well, talk to me then, because it depends. If you get another Endo to back up Endo, then sure, that's not the situation.
No,
but
but
if you
say if it's a Zubamendi or an Andre who
Then
played for
we-
national teams,
then I don't want to talk about it. I don't.
Oh,
when
yo,
it happens,
you just did
I
a
have no
Mourinho
interest
right
in
there.
talking about Liverpool winning another title. So
You just did that. I prefer
For me,
not to
I
speak.
think Liverpool they're not stable in the midfield. Like, but
they're
they
just not
still
deep
are
enough.
showing.
That's the only
They're
problem.
still showing glimpses of why they're still
They're just
stable.
not deep enough.
Arsenal have a DM. Arsenal have a fully fit side. So what is the excuse for Arsenal to be losing to Aston Villa when Liverpool, who is a far well organized team, a far less organized team,
Mentality. They're weak mentally. Arsenal
They're
is weak
young.
mentally.
They're just
the
young.
fact-
Guys,
listen, I've got a question for you. Before
Who
you
are
continue,
bigger favorites? Arsenal or Liverpool? Everybody. I say Arsenal.
No, it's Arsenal, 100%.
I say City. I say still City.
That's not the question.
Do you remember I was laughed at? Do you remember when we were 12 points behind us on this same
No,
channel?
that's not
and I
the
was laughed
question,
at?
though.
I think
That's
this
not
is
the
the
question.
league as well. But
I'm not gonna answer the
Arsenal and Liverpool.
This
That's not the
season-
question, though.
This season, until City get Kevin De Bruyne back, I still think they're gonna look very shaky.
How many points are we down by right now?
You're behind Liverpool. You're 4 points behind Liverpool.
Okay.
Can I just say, what? Look, I know they're having a bad time, but weren't Man City further off than what they are now last season? And look,
We
what
were.
happened. I
We
didn't
were.
continue to write. I've done it last season. I'm never going to write City off until it's them mathematically impossible because we did.
I'm not writing them off. They're still in it, but I still think Arsenal are the favorites.
There are people doing that.
Bro, I think anybody who thinks Arsenal are winning it is just biggest, bro.
Yeah, I think so. I'd rather go Liverpool.
All right, guys. Let's
I'm gonna question them.
For me,
let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Please, we gotta move on.
The manager. Arsenal have a serial loser as their manager who's proven nothing. So I don't get how Arsenal win.
Hey, you gotta win it before people believe. So I get it. Let's go to Spurs thrashing Newcastle. Did anyone see this coming? Did anybody here see Tottenham smashing Newcastle coming?
No, I didn't see it.
Yes.
I didn't see that. I'll be honest, I didn't see
I'm
it.
So why
sorry.
didn't you put more Spurs players in your fantasy team?
Because at the end of the day, right now, I looked at the fixtures and I'm like, okay, Newcastle has Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and somebody else coming up. I already had Gordon, who made sense.
Yeah.
The Spurs players are expensive, right? Son's not like a cheap player. I can't just put Son in. And then I was like, for defense. So I was like, I get the extra defensive game from Trippier versus Pedro Porro, not knowing Trippier was going to get suspended. Like I didn't know that was going to be a thing. And I already had Schär. So I had Madison, I had Son, I had Udogie all start the season with Spurs. They're all up in my team. I just when it comes to did I expect it? I didn't expect them to get thrashed, but I didn't expect Newcastle to just win that game. I'm sorry. I'm not. This Newcastle hype is hilarious. Everybody talks about Newcastle. This goal. Look at how good they are. They're such a good team. At 1 point above us. Like, we're terrible. And so we're talking about a team who's talking about being in the best time of their life, and they're barely separating from multiple teams that are underperforming.
Villa's the new. But
like, it's not like any of the top
the new
six
Leicester.
are
You
pulling
know
up
what?
trees.
Listen, forget Liverpool, forget Arsenal. What if Villa going to do a Leicester City?
It's not happening, not this time.
Oh, I love it, but it's not going to happen.
They're
I don't think it's
delusional.
gonna happen.
Can I tell you something? The second half of the season, Villa will go down. Just watch. Just watch second half of the season.
Villa are still in the Conference League. Don't forget that.
But look at them now. Look at the progress they made in the league. They're looking better than Arsenal.
Away from home, they don't look great. Away from home,
Okay, I'm joking. Listen,
Liar
but they
chat
still
shit.
beat you. They still beat you, though. You have to admit.
Yeah, they
People-
beat City
people-
too. And
No,
they
but
beat
people-
you.
people-
Good news.
City
Good
had
news. I know
like 3 players out injured. Let's be real here.
It has nothing to do with this, but
Arsenal had players out injured too.
Girona is cooking Barcelona. Girona is cooking Barcelona. Girona is cooking
Partey.
Barcelona. It's cooking
Look, I
Barcelona.
think this party starts. It doesn't start, bro. It's
Timber.
Nah, I don't like this injury
Let me
talk because City have got injuries,
No,
we've got
he-
injuries.
He's basically
Yeah,
saying
Arsenal
Arsenal have
You
more
just
injuries.
name party. You just name party. Half of your family doesn't even want party.
Bro,
You
he's saying
named Timber.
players. You said name players who start for Villa. That's ridiculous to say that Partey doesn't start for Villa. Timber doesn't start for Villa.
I said name
Tommy
one
Asu
player that
start for Villa.
Arsenal had out injured. I said name one player Arsenal had out injured versus Villa.
Oh, I named numerous.
Party, your family doesn't even want party. That's the funny part. So-
Because Declan Rice is better than him right now.
and Havertz is also better than him.
And Havertz just more available.
Nah, Havertz is showing that he's.
Anyways,
proven
guys,
it.
let's talk about Spurs. I am shocked. Richarlison scored bare goals. Udogie jumped on the score sheet. You had their goalkeeper sticking his tongue out at friggin' Callum Wilson, making him look silly. And you know what, Son? Is it crazy? The man is 2 assists away from his goal tally from last season.
After all that chat, you know what's funny? When I said Newcastle are overrated, they all wanted my head on a platter, by the way. They all wanted me dead. They wanted me beheaded. They wanted me dead. Like, Newcastle are now below Manchester United, the biggest bombs of the Premier League. And yes, Chelsea are the biggest bombs, number 1. I won't deny that. Chelsea are number 1. Man United are still number 2. Yeah? 3-0 at Bournemouth is not a joke. Man United, their attack is lost in the woods. They have a horrific midfield. And now Man United are above Newcastle. This Newcastle side that is goated. Unbelievable. Like, what is it? Like, bro,
They're only a couple points off City, right?
Nah, that is crazy, man. Newcastle are very, very
Who is?
Manchester United.
You know what? I'm laughing at United fans. Some of them text me saying, "Oh, today we are about to go above City," and then Bournemouth slapped them.
No, that is crazy. Newcastle above Man
It's
United. Madness.
Anyways, go Alan. What do you say? Guys. Let Alan talk about Tottenham, so at least we can talk about Man United.
Go ahead, Alan.
Look, I'm not gonna look. Let's not. In regards to Newcastle, let's not be disingenuous. They've got a lot of injuries. So once they're all back and they've got to deal when they've got to cope until they get them back. But
Liverpool don't have a DM, by the way. Listen, having injuries and having completely no DM.
Facts.
Can I?
It
Having
matters.
no DM is a billion.
Casemiro, Lissandro Martinez. Like we're missing like people. Everybody's missing big players.
Robertson,
Everybody has
Matip,
Guys,
Thiago, Bajcetic. You know, we got
Yeah, I could
injuries
go down the
ourselves.
list too. It's just I just went with those two.
Guys, I'm aware.
Everybody has injuries, Alan.
No, everyone has injuries, but they are riddled with injuries. Let's be honest. Let's not do that. But they should be dealing with them like other teams are. Spurs have had theirs. You guys have had theirs, and people. Well, some are dealing with it better than others. But
Yeah, I agree.
let's not be disingenuous. But when you get to the game,
Yes,
Who's speaking?
look, Newcastle were
It's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
Bloody
I
hell.
hear
it's your house, bro.
Newcastle are going to be
QC.
a challenge. But as soon as they missed that first chance when on the counter attack, Davies great defending, literally got tied away and it put Isak off. As soon as Spurs got into their groove, we dominated Newcastle. Now, what I haven't been liking with rival fans is because Spurs have been on a losing streak, and we have, because Spurs fans were running away with it, running their mouths off and saying, "Oh, we're going to challenge for the league." Rival fans have literally jumped on that, and the downfall, we are loving it because Spurs are losing. But what rival fans haven't been doing, they haven't been looking at the performances. The performance from Spurs have been there. It's not like with injuries and we've just been absolutely whooped and done nothing in the game. Possession, chances, like the thing that Spurs haven't done is be clinical. Today, we were clinical. If we had taken our chances against these other teams, we'd be higher, but we're not. The performances are there. We're just going to get better over time, we would hope, because
What was that?
don't know. We're going to get better over time because of obviously the injuries, which is a good thing for Spurs. But I'll be absolutely honest. Richarlison scored 2 goals, great, but he's a clown. I want him gone. Adoji, the boy is a sensation. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Can't wait for him just to develop and grow in his team. Pedro Porro, I'm going to throw out there. People will say no and all that. That's absolutely fine. Oh, but he can't defend. Trent can't defend, and people try and put him as one of the best right backs in the league. Pedro Porro is quickly becoming one of the best right backs in the league because his defense has climbed massively. Literally, from last season to now, his defending is much better, and you can see what he can do with that ball over for Richarlison.
I rate him.
That was a sensational ball to Richarlison, who almost fucked it. Let's not be honest. Let's be honest. He almost fucked it up. But Son scoring a penalty, that's fine. We've got loads of problems in regards to injuries and suspensions we've had to deal with, and we're there. Look, at the start of the season, none of you can sit here and say hand on heart that you thought we would be 7 points away from the top of the table with 15 games played. If any of you say that was true, that's not the case. I've said he needs time to sort this team out and transform a squad into his image. 2 or 3 years down the line, and will be continuously competing and winning trophies. It's as simple as that. I rate him that highly. He's done a great job at Spurs.
Did you say 2 trophies?
Yeah, he'll win Spurs trophies. He will. 2 or 3 years.
Ange Postecoglou.
Clip it. Clip it. I'm saying it now. Clip it. Save this out, and then I'll come back in 2 years.
Ange Postecoglou. Alan, you genuinely believe Ange Postecoglou will win Tottenham a trophy? Which trophy? The FA Cup?
League Cup, FA Cup. He'll win trophies. He won't win 1 or 2. He'll win trophies.
Forget about the League Cup. The League Cup's for Poch.
Bro, there's a better chance. There's a better chance of him being sacked next season than you guys winning a trophy under him.
Okay, clip it. And
But Igal, take your Tottenham hatred away. They're still in the top 6. He's doing a correct job in it, no?
No, give him credit. He's gotten a team.
I think if we were to put betting odds at the chance of him being sacked versus a trophy, it'd probably be more likely a trophy.
No, I agree.
He seems to be their manager for a while, unless something goes crazy.
Considering a lot of rival fans last season was saying Conte ball's dead, the players you got is dead, you can't do anything like that. And look at the football he's getting for the tune out of the players that apparently you couldn't do that. When he builds his squad 2 or 3 years down the line, clip it. We'll come back to it. I'll just make sure we're all on the screen together. And
Alan, let me give him credit for one thing. Do you know this is the same thing I was talking about? Pep Guardiola. I was arguing with City fans that if somebody regards themselves as a world-class manager or a manager, you have to manage with what you have when injuries are there or somebody's missing. I gave him respect. I'm giving him respect right now. When I saw that you guys have got 9 to 7 injured players, yet this man is still managing to draw against City and play good football and still not. Remember how they said, oh, if he goes to City, and I said it on the stream, I don't know if it was a football trace, I said, you guys keep laughing. But Spurs always get in our heads, and Spurs might end up getting something from us. I was impressed with the City game where all those people are injured. I thought we were going to trash you. I thought these guys are done for. He still managed to set up a team with a high line, played his football, and got a draw. So respect for that. It's just the trophy thing might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see in 12 years.
We'll see. We'll see. I've told a gal to clip it. We can come back to it.
Bro, listen.
It's all good.
Ange Postecoglou has come into Spurs. He's done a decent job. But like to say you're gonna win a trophy with that paper thin squad depth is crazy. I'll be honest.
Do you think Chelsea can win a trophy?
Hold on.
Yes, Chelsea will win a trophy because we have the squad depth, we have the players. It's just that some of these dog shit players have to finish their chances, and that's it.
Okay. Please listen to what I said. I know we've got a thin squad at the moment. That's why I'm not saying this season.
Listen, let me just tell you this: Chelsea have a better squad than Spurs.
Let me finish my point. 2 to 3 years down the line, when we've added and he's built the squad in his image, 2 to 3 years, because that's 4 transfer windows. We've done all right in the first one. We've got to get the other 4 right. He will win trophies for Spurs. That's 4 windows. That's probably another 4 or 5 players, 6 players down the line. We'll see. And you can clap and all that, but at the end of the day, Poch, ex-Spurs manager, agent Poch and all that, yeah, he won to keep himself in the Spurs. But
Poch is your best ever manager. Don't be talking down on Poch. He's your best ever manager.
No, they have better managers than that.
No, better managers.
We've had better managers. Wasn't Glenn Hoddle a manager there or something?
Bill Nicholson, learn your football history. Bill Nicholson, considered one of the best managers in football history.
Poch led you to your first Champions League final ever.
So, don't care.
Okay, then this brings up to Chelsea. Please.
Guys, let's go to Chelsea.
So is Avram Grant at the time was one of your greatest ever managers because he took you to a Champions League final.
One second, guys. Chelsea lost to Everton, and their players were getting so much stick for making them the face of the losses that they put no player as the display picture for the loss today.
Nah, Gal, Chelsea are dead. I'm sorry, you're crap. How can you lose to Everton, man?
Yeah, once again. Everton, by the way, since they got deducted 10 points, have picked up more points than Chelsea. Number 1,
by the way.
Number 2, what am I doing? They also, if you take away the 10-point deduction, they would be 4 points clear of Chelsea. And Chelsea this season, this calendar year, 2023, have only picked up 9 wins. They don't even have 10 wins in the year. That's mental.
Yeah, Chelsea for me, and I said this back when it was happening, when they were buying all these players and everybody was, at least our team has ambition, at least our owner is trying. Yeah, you can try wrong. Trust me, take it from a dude who had Ed Woodward trying wrong for years. You're trying even worse. This is like, it's to a point now with Chelsea that I don't see how they can be considered going into the next year or the year after in the top 6, like even be a favorite or have any odds in their favor, because what are we seeing from them week in, week out? There's not even like an up or down. Like with United, at least we go up and then down. Chelsea just down. Like it's just down. There's no hope. They don't know how to win. Poch is clearly, I don't know what's going on with Poch, to be honest. He clearly can't figure out how to get these players.
Overrated. He's overrated.
That could be it.
Oh, guys, give him a break. Everton is the exact type of team that Chelsea struggled to beat. A team that plays good football, defensively.
What struggled at PSG, girl?
The team that plays defensively really resolute, low block, that Chelsea cannot break down. Chelsea had
Gal, can we stop that?
I don't care. No, Jesse, no. If Everton are dead. You know how
much
I hate
you're missing the point.
I don't care. I hate these man.
You're missing the point. Chelsea can't break down.
I want these guys gone. You lot allowed them to stay in this league. They're an embarrassment to Liverpool, bro. They're an embarrassment. I want these guys gone.
Goodison Park is a stadium. League title contenders Arsenal failed to beat them last season. Also,
we won there this year.
It doesn't matter. You still
bad when you have to go down the list of being like, okay, what team didn't beat them? So
wait, can I ask the panel? Do we consider Chelsea as a top 6 anymore?
Especially
Chelsea top 6 team anymore?
No. Chelsea.
Yes, doesn't your cup have some shame?
Chelsea are a big 6 team in name alone.
Chelsea is a mid-table team. It's a mid-table team.
I just don't know how you pay $260 million for midfielders and can't keep the ball and look good against United. Like I watched that game and I'm like, how are we even on, like, we were basically even in possession, which is something, if you've ever watched United this year, it's just not really a thing against good teams. and we were keeping the ball with Scott McTominay in the midfield. You had like whatever's happened to Enzo is unfortunate because that kid looked like he was going to be the next like big thing.
He went to the wrong team. I think he went to the wrong team.
Caicedo, it's clearly all the money that Chelsea is throwing and the glitz and the you get to play at Chelsea and live in London. That's all these guys have gone for.
Pochettino said Enzo and Caicedo need to improve. Literally yesterday.
Sure.
He needs to improve
Where's
himself.
Don? Where's Don? Where is he? Where is Don? Hey, guy, where is he?
I want to know what Yassin thinks because I feel like people have too much smoke for Caicedo. But where's the energy?
Yasin never said some of the stupidness that Don said. I want.
Don's the one who's always talking.
Wait, what's the discussion? What's up?
Your boy Enzo and Caicedo. Your boys.
I think Enzo. Some people don't watch the game. This is how the first thing they want to pop up as soon as we lose Enzo. But Enzo was good this game until he got off. He was our best midfielder, doing his job correctly. He was picking out pocket of spaces, trying to break the line with his pass. He was doing as much as he could. Caicedo, on the other hand, was a billion times worse. And defensively, he was just shaky. Enzo was actually good. He was doing his job up until he was subbed off. So
why was Enzo subbed off?
Because maybe he got a knock or he's being arrested. Who knows?
Rested for what?
Rested for what? Relegation.
Rested for what?
The FA Cup, man. The FA Cup's up, no?
Nah, the FA Cup starts next month, bro. Don't worry.
Oh, he tried it.
Either way, Enzo was not bad this game. Anybody who says Enzo is bad is a cat.
No, the reason why people are getting at Enzo, he didn't last the 90. He got hooked in 66 minutes.
By the way, Yasin, Szoboszlai had the same energy. Like people had to go at Szoboszlai because he was shit.
So Szoboszlai got less assists than Gallagher, but anyway, that's another conversation.
Wait a minute.
Oh, do you really want to go there? Do you really want to go there? Do you really want to go there?
Listen.
You said rested. That kills me.
They're not in the Champions League. They're not in Europe at all. Chelsea's not in the Champions League or Europe at all.
Are they even in the League Cup still?
Our next game is Sheffield United next week. Oh my god.
Are they?
Sheffield United rested.
Rested, but
you know who Chelsea's next few games are? No. Hold on. Let's break this down because I know who Chelsea's next games are because I fucking picked them up. Sheffield United, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Luton, Fulham. Your boy is rested for the Fulham game.
Bro, listen. The thing is, Enzo didn't last the night. Yes, but
I seen a little thing pop up.
What?
You had like a thumbs up.
Did I?
Yes,
it came on. It just a white thumbs up just came on your screen.
Do it again. Do it like this. Oh
no! When you were talking, it just came in.
Oh shit! It's got my no. So that's weird. Those are like Zoom settings or some shit that are somehow working.
Wait, when you do that, when you do this,
look, I can do it. Hold on.
How do you get sound effects and random artifacts? What the hell?
Wait, I did have it earlier on as well. It's not doing it now.
Wait, was it doing it or not? Wait,
how do you do that?
What the hell is this? How the hell do you guys do that?
Is it on StreamYard?
Yeah, StreamYard, I guess.
What the hell is this?
Hey!
I swear to God, you guys are unlocking some new features. I've never seen this before.
I'm dying, bro. That just made my day. This guy, you're down bad when you're like, you can't explain anything and you got to go deep like that.
Yo, how are you guys doing this?
I don't know how to do the thumbs up.
It must be a laptop or something. Must be
probably
Okay, do we move on to
guys, let's move on.
Let's
move on.
Yeah, we can move on to United getting slapped because
I don't know. I can't get anything. I can't get shit.
This is more entertaining than Chelsea's football. Let's go.
We play better football than Man United. Don't forget.
All right, we're gonna get on to Man United in a second.
You don't play better.
Guys, the excuses like any other Chelsea fan use.
Let me ask you guys a question.
You can't finish for our life. Simple as that.
I think this is the perfect segue. Do you guys think Pochettino or Ten Hag, who will last longer, in your opinions?
Poch.
I'm gonna go.
I think Ten Hag.
I think Ten Hag.
Probably Poch.
Ten Hag, who's spent over 400 million, been the club for 2 years, and he's playing the deadest football you could ever see.
What do you mean he's been to the club for 2 years? Hold on. What do you mean 2 years?
It's
his second year.
It's his second year.
But no, he hasn't. No, sorry. If you say someone's been there for 2 years, you don't say it when they're 3 months into their second year. That is nonsense.
Well, he's into his second year. He's been supported financially by the club. He spent what over 300 million British pounds.
Supported financially by the club.
Yasin, you really can't talk about money when you man spent however much money.
That's relevant. That's relevant. This is one manager. We're talking about one manager under the same process. Ten Hag has been back financially. Why is he playing so shit? Tell me.
Okay. Back financially. What does that mean by to you? Do you just mean by the
just for that result against Bournemouth at home? He should be
again.
Nah, save it for you. Nah, save it for Liverpool, mate.
Okay, listen.
Bournemouth at home. That is crazy, man.
You literally have won 9 games all year. Okay, this is what I love about Chelsea. Everybody else on the panel, go ahead, please talk shit.
Hang on, Yassi. Didn't you get spanked by them?
No, we didn't. We drew them. We didn't get spanked.
You don't get to speak. You don't get to speak on what's going on for United. You don't get to speak on what's going on.
United. You lost against United.
I can't speak on you. You lot are dreadful, man.
You literally just lost to us. Oh, it's a culture thing.
Name me one good player you've had. Name me one good player.
Rams, I've noticed that. I've noticed that about
he was literally shit against.
You have no shame when you're behind. You still will talk shit to the teams above you. This is what
can I ask you as a United fan? Can I ask you as a United fan? Can I ask you as a United fan? How to be serious here for a minute, like as a United fan?
Igal, can I just tell you before we continue? Can I just say, Igal, you know why Poch is being scapegoated? Just like you said, Arsenal exactly 2 years ago, was it 2020? They were 15th. They were 15th this time, exactly around December 15th. Look at them now. Give Poch time. Let him actually spend his money. And just like
what did he let him
spend money?
Oh my god! You just bought.
Poch hasn't been back
one player.
I can't have this. Igal, I can't have this. I can't have this. Do you know why? Because these Chelsea fans gave it a fucking bigot when you were talking about Caicedo and Lavia taking it from us. And now you're coming at it with money. You can't do that. That's just not fair.
Listen, guys. This is not about Chelsea, Man United. It's more about the manager specifically. So everybody here is saying Ten Hag is going to be sacked before.
I think Ten Hag will be sacked before Poch because
at the end of the day, it's been 5 hours since Chelsea's.
Oh my god!
It was
the reason why
tweet that we lost 2-0.
So the reason why he might get sacked.
You think he's sacked?
I think he could get sacked by tomorrow morning because you never know. But this is the last tweet Chelsea have tweeted. The 2-0 loss.
Well, what else are they going to tweet? There's nothing else to talk about.
No, but the reason why they haven't tweeted is because anything they post afterwards is going.
There's nothing to talk about. Exactly, it's just going to be toxic.
No,
anyway, it's time to be a Chelsea fan.
Posted Poch's thoughts, post-match thoughts, but they did it. So
the man said nothing during the Chelsea segment. Nothing. He was quiet. United comes up and just I hate Chelsea fans so much.
So you're telling me Chelsea didn't post nothing? No, they did a whole post-match press conference. They posted the highlights on their channel.
Why are we entertaining?
Not on Twitter though.
They even spoke about updates on injuries with Sanchez got injured. What the hell?
Thank God.
Anyway,
sack this guy.
To answer your question, because I've been trying to answer the question.
Bro, you can't be wishing harm on your players, bro.
Yeah, this is embarrassing.
I'm not trying he's a good player, but I hope he never. Petrovic, get this team ASAP. Petrovic, get that academy graduates into this team. Goalkeepers. This guy is horrific, man.
Okay,
how many players are you going to buy though? Just out of interest, how many do you want? And how many managers are you going to go through after Poch? Who are you going to now? Who?
I don't think Poch is going to get sacked anytime soon. But
this guy,
you want Jose? I've seen a lot of your fans want Jose back.
No, can I ask the United question? The United question. The question for United fans. Can I ask you something? Look, at the end of the day, I get it. You guys stink, but Bournemouth came to your stadium and dumped on you. How did that feel?
Yes, let my man land.
This dude just keeps fucking talking. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, shut up. Sorry, I'm trying to be polite, but like, you're getting me to a point where I'm like, yo.
Yeah, let the United fans answer. So how did that feel?
All right, go ahead.
So the first question I'm gonna answer, why I think Ten Hag goes.
Listen to something.
So why Ten Hag goes before Poch is the only simple reason is Sir Jim at the end of the season is going to, in my opinion, to like blow everything up as he should. Like he's going to come in and he's going to bring in his new structure. He's going to bring in probably new recruitment, coaches, all that. So you blow it up. So Ten Hag probably goes. Unless unless Ten Hag has a really good second half of the year or something and proves to him he should be around, because it's still early. Like right now, we're talking about, like, if we're going to be completely honest, United still could finish in the top 5. Like, it's not out of the question. Like we're bad, but we're still winning games. This is the thing. That's the difference between the two clubs. When you talk about Chelsea and United, is like we're actually winning. When we talk about the spend, we didn't get the players that he necessarily wanted. Like, come on, we knew Harry Kane was the player. Like, if we had the Chelsea money to spend on Harry Kane's a United player. We didn't have 150 million. We don't have that money, right?
Chelsea didn't spend the money on experienced players.
No, I get it, but we didn't have the money to spend on the players we wanted. Kim Min-jae was the first player we wanted as a center back because we knew Varane was going to get hurt. And then what happens? Oh, we have to wait for a release clause. And then Bayern obviously is like, yeah, cool, we'll have some of that. So if we had the money to spend properly, like Amrabat was alone. We tried to get Scott gone, couldn't. We tried to sell Maguire, couldn't. We tried. These are all real things that happen. It's not like United is just sitting on, like, we don't have the money to spend on the players we need right now. So until that happens, it's like, it's going to be interesting for me because Ten Hag, I think, will go, but I don't think it solves the problems until our structure changes. That's what I've been saying for a minute. And to answer the board,
do you want Ten Hag to stay? Because I spoke to you privately. You were talking about
Ten Hag.
You still want him to stay?
For now, yeah. What's the point of getting rid of him?
So even if you guys are out of Europe, you'd still not sack him?
Of course not. Why not? I don't think we're good enough to be in Europe. So why would I sack my manager? Like, why would I go sack a manager for somebody I don't know who's coming in? Then you get the situation where you potentially get an Ollie. Guy comes in, kills it. You hire that guy, but he's not the right guy because you haven't done your homework because you haven't had time to do it. For me, wait until the end of the season. Make a decision then. I don't care if it's Ten Hag or not. You make a decision based on the entire season. You don't make a decision based on half the season. People, I get it. People lose their minds. Oh, we lost to Bournemouth. To answer the second question, yeah, we lost to Bournemouth. That was trash. Don't get me wrong. But if you watch the game, until the second goal, every single person, even in our group chat, was saying United's going to win this 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Then the second goal goes in, and you're like, all right, it's over. We capitulated.
Let's talk about the next thing. Bruno Fernandez is ducking the Liverpool game. That yellow card seemed intentional, bro.
Smart. No, of course not. No, like let's keep it a buck. Like, as much as people are like, you have to. Like it. No, like Bruno is an emotional dude, and he gets yellow cards all the time. It's not like this isn't a natural trait for him. He gets suspended every year because of yellow card since he's been in the league. So you think in the moment where we're getting thrashed by Bournemouth 3-0, he's like, oh, I don't want to play Liverpool. He's just pissed off and got a bad yellow. That's all it was. It's like it was stupid. I'm not happy about it. I'm not defending my captain, not realizing we need him for the next game, but it happens. It's not, there's no way he went out there and said, I don't want to play in the next game. I'm getting a yellow card.
Okay, fair enough. And what do you do with Rashford? What do you do with Rashford, bro?
Keep him on the bench until he proves he shouldn't be on the bench. That's fair enough.
Does anyone have anything else to say on the United section? Alan?
Look, in regards to the Bruno Fernandes thing, he's just a whiny little. He really is. He gets what he deserves. Like, if he focused more on football than he did complain to the refs, he actually might live up to the standard when he first.
The West captain in the Prem. The West captain.
He is.
Nah, you guys need to chill.
Bitchy, whiny, complaining. That's all he does. That is all he does. And yeah, he got himself suspended. You know, more for him. Look, United. I'm going to put Chelsea in with United. Chelsea with United here. I just don't know what's going on with their clubs because some weeks they look great, they look sensational, they look like they're back, and then some weeks, like this week, they look like middle. They're like a mid-off, or they're just awful. Players all out of position. Type of football they're playing. I mean, look, you had most of the ball against Bournemouth, but you got absolutely destroyed defensively. They were all over you. Solanke. I don't even need to say anything else. Like, for Bournemouth in 2023, just done what he did to you. Look, Ten Hag.
Cobham Academy graduate, by the way.
Ex-Liverpool, ex-Red.
Great, you hold that 2-0 loss to Everton today. Congratulations.
Alan, look at our defense. Look at our defense, man. Look at our defense.
At the end of the day, he chose Maguire. You signed Villa.
He has to choose Maguire. He tried to sell him, and he couldn't, dude. Let's keep that a buck.
You don't have to choose him. You can do anything else to have Maguire in the team. You really could.
Lindelof or Maguire, pick your poison.
Look, this team was put together by Ten Hag, and the type of football he isn't. Look, this is why I don't like the way Ange gets stick. Ange is coming in with a way to play football, his style of playing football, and with some of the awful players that we still got, he is getting them to play that type of football. Ten Hag, what he did with Ajax, got the Ajax playing ridiculous football. He can't come because he hasn't got the players to go. So basically, it's saying that he can only get certain players to play his way. Otherwise, he can't be a manager of a club.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Could be.
That's an embarrassment. That really is. At this top level, you have to be able to turn water into wine sometimes. And he ain't turning any of those Man United players hard.
But again, okay, so but the thing is, were you talking? I'm sure everybody on this panel not too long ago would say how bad Maguire is, how bad Lindelof is, how bad, Johnny Evans. Ten Hag is working with a bunch of players that shouldn't even be there. So this is the only time I give him some. And if he didn't try to sell Maguire, then I would be like, yeah, well, you decided to keep him around. But he did try to sell him. We all know this. There was a deal in place with West Ham. He was supposed to be gone. We were looking at Todibo. We were looking at other players. So Ten Hag is, yes, trying to do what he can with this squad, and he's not playing the football he played in Ajax. We all know that. And he's come out and said, I can't do it because I don't have the right players. I don't fully agree with that. I'm not saying it's a good excuse because I still think you have to be able to get – you're right. What Ange is doing with guys I didn't know who Sarr or Udogie or any of these guys were. I will say that. And then they're playing great football. So when you compare the two of them, Ange definitely looks better right now. There's no doubt. But I'm not comparing him to other managers at the moment. I'm just trying to get through the season. At the end of the day, get through the season and let me see what the whole season brings. When you have your whole team, because you talked about injuries. You were the one who talked about big injuries. We had 15 injured players out for the first 5 games, right? So it's not if you're gonna give one team the injury benefit of the doubt, we need that benefit of the doubt too, because he hasn't actually had his team either.
Okay, and that's fine, but you have to also listen to what I said. I said at the moment Newcastle have these injuries. That's why, but I also said you have to make do. You have to get results with these injuries. I said
we did. We have been getting results though. Not against Bournemouth.
You didn't against Bournemouth. Who else did you get a result against? So you won.
We just slapped Chelsea.
You did beat
He
Chelsea.
won manager of the month.
Yeah. He's one manager.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
Bro,
Mike
is picking up background noise. That's why.
But bro, okay, he won the manager of the month. No, that's good and all that. But the type of football we're talking about, the type of football he's playing, and you're telling me.
Well, no. If we go that route, you're right. But I'm talking. You asked results. You said you still got to get results in those moments, and we did.
That was relating back to the Newcastle thing. You're juggling two things and crossing over here. I said at the moment with Man United, the result didn't happen against Bournemouth, did it? Did it happen in the Champions League when you bottled a 3-1 or 3-0 lead against Galatasaray?
This Newcastle side have multiple injuries, though. You need to understand, Spurs were not that good against Sheffield. You need a 90th minute against Sheffield. Took the 90th minute to beat Luton. These type of results you need to understand,
Okay, so
you're in a tough team to play away from home.
Very quickly, it's very clear that this guy does not watch Spurs and all that, because we absolutely dominated Sheffield United. We just didn't take our chance. We weren't clinical, but we did it. We got over the line. Same with Luton.
Sounds like Chelsea.
We didn't beat it. We were 6-0 up, but he bought it against Spurs because I was going to Man United. He's obviously, maybe because he's lower down, he has to try and support the closest team to him. Maybe that's what he's doing, but he's coming to
Spurs. Rattled, man. I'm not defending nobody.
You need to turn back your team with your £1 billion spent in the last 2 years and all that, or whatever it is you spent, compared to Spurs, how much they've spent, and the manager knowing his job, playing better football than yours and higher in a table.
Have you won a trophy, though? Are you going to win a trophy?
I said 2 or 3 years down the line, we will.
This season, are you winning a trophy this season?
They shouldn't. No one's expecting them to, though.
Trying to move the goalpost.
No, but Yasin, you believe Chelsea can win something this season?
Yes, because we're not.
Even know what Chelsea are.
We don't have the bozo gene in us like Spurs. We're going to win something.
Come on, be serious. They're not going to win anything this season. Chelsea.
Are you going to beat Newcastle next week?
Okay, for starters, let me just tell you this.
Chelsea, you know what Chelsea were.
Chelsea are not even out. Chelsea are not out of the Carabao Cup like a certain team. Arsenal are out of the Carabao Cup. Chelsea actually stand a chance of that competition. It's allowed, man.
What are you on about, man?
Newcastle will beat you at home.
Let me just tell you, the Spurs, Chelsea don't have that bozo gene in them. No matter how shit we are, we can win trophies. You saw that 2021 where we were so
Cool.
shit.
If you get past Newcastle, you do realise we're still in the Carabao
You've
Cup
got
as well,
that bozo gene this season, though, haven't you?
But we can still win trophies. We can still win trophies.
What? 12th this season? You're going to win a trophy this season?
Bro, West Ham were like 8th when they won a trophy last season.
You know what? Can I just say one thing? Let me just stop everything. Cam, the funny thing is, last year after you guys lost to Liverpool, they went on to lose to Bournemouth. This year, you went on to lose to Bournemouth. Could you be going to Anfield to go beat Liverpool?
We're not gonna beat Liverpool at Anfield. I mean, in a good year, I don't say we're going to Anfield to win. like the only time I ever said that was back when they were in like that little dark phase where you were really bad, and I'm like, all right, well, we might go and maybe get a win. Going to Anfield, you're hoping for a draw, like realistically.
Okay. And also, you seen the Sir Alex Ferguson stat, guys. Sir Alex Ferguson's time at Manchester United,
he lost less games,
home games where they've lost. In his post Sir Alex Ferguson years, which has not been that long, only 17 years, you've now had 24 official losses at home.
Ever since Ferguson left, Man United have been
like, let's be honest, like, sir, that's the best manager ever. It is what it is. You can't. There's not much much is life, right? Like we went from that to there was opportunities there. I mean, Jose, I thought could have been a good manager for us if we had listened to him.
Van Gaal was okay.
Nah, he was trash. He was trash. But Jose was the one who, when you look back on it, when he was like, we got to get rid of Martial, we got to get rid of Pogba, when that shit was coming up and fans were going crazy. He had a good relationship with Pogba, but Pogba was lazy. No, he wanted him gone. He wanted him gone, and he wanted Martial gone, and he was right.
Yeah,
but let's be real. Is Bruno showing any reason as to why he's Man United standard? Because
I think Bruno. You won't get there with me. I think Bruno.
Yeah, so look at this. That captain was Maguire. Now it's Bruno. That standard is not high anymore.
I think Pogba's a way better player than Bruno for Man United, personally.
He is. But did you hear what Matic said? He says Pogba used to be late every time to training. Late. Yeah, apparently all the money from I got an episode of the interview. All the money they had, they raised so much money. It was Pogba, Sancho, and somebody else always late. Not a serious club.
Did you meet me?
No.
I'm just saying. I think with Pogba, he was a bit late every now and then. But if you actually got the game time and he was backed by the manager, I think we'd actually succeed.
You got to be available. You got to be available.
We saw that he won a trophy. He won the Europa League and he won the Carabao Cup and he won the FA Cup.
You got to be available. I mean, well, Bruno still has time to win at least 2 of those at the end of the day.
How old is Bruno? Is that Bruno like 30 or something? Or 29?
I have no clue how Bruno's a captain in that team. I have no idea. No clue.
Because that's the standard at United, man. That's the standard.
That is shambolic. That's shambolic, man.
I mean, he's available, unlike Reece James. And these other guys, at the end of the day, he's a guy. I have no problem with Bruno, so I won't. You're never gonna get. Bruno
I know Reece James. I want Reece James out of my club for a reason. I agree with you.
No, I won't slander Bruno. So that's not that's one of those players I know I'm not gonna slander. Doesn't make sense.
Captains. This one is for you.
Let's put a ball. Yeah.
This one is for you, Gav. On captains, don't you think going forward? I don't know if it's going to ever happen. Don't you think going forward, Declan Rice should wear the captain's armband for Arsenal? I think it'll be better.
I think you can't change captains as long as the player's still there. It kind of is disrespectful.
You can't.
Unless Martin Odegaard basically says, you know what, I forgo it and I give it to you. It's a thing where it's you don't change captains as long as the player is a meaningful piece to your puzzle. Similar to how when Harry Maguire got changed, it was kind of he got demoted.
We were selling him. That was the point. He was supposed to be gone, but yeah, now he's demoted. He's there. It's weird. I agree with you. You technically,
you don't. I think the players got injured. For me, I think
I remember Aubameyang got stripped of the captaincy. He never played again.
Or they get old, right? Or they get older, and the older guy just kind of goes, "It's cool."
What I was gonna say is, your captain, Reece James. A lot of people have problems with captains. Reece James is a captain for this guy. You got Manchester United have Bruno, and a lot of their fans don't like Bruno. Tottenham, who's Tottenham's captain? Son's their best player. Van Dijk is their best player.
City hate Walker now. They don't like Walker. Saying he's finished. He has to go. City fans.
City
The thing
fans
that-
think Walker has to go.
Yeah,
Some
I know they
people
say
don't.
it's not. Yeah.
Some people have a Bruno agenda. An Odegaard agenda, a Bruno agenda. I see people. No one really makes fun of Liverpool fans, make fun of their captain because they love Van Dijk. But when it was Henderson, they wanted him sold.
Everyone, the thing is, I'll be honest, Liverpool are a great club in it. But like, for me, like, I think
captain doesn't necessarily always have to be the best player.
if Liverpool to finish 12th, I don't think there would be another fan base that care besides Man United. No disrespect in it, but that's what I think.
I think Chelsea are currently 12. No, nobody cares, bro.
Chelsea are 12th, and everyone's talking about it, bro. Like,
No, we're
no.
not.
No, the honest truth is,
No,
the honest
honestly,
truth is,
really do not
the
care.
honest truth is, nobody banters you guys. Everyone's
shit.
moved on.
last
Everyone's
season,
moved on.
Arsenal were talking about more that we finished 12th than you.
No, even
No,
when
do you
we
know?
spent
Do you know
nobody-
why
nobody
people?
did
Do you know why
the-
people ban? Do you know why people
It's the
ban you?
opposite.
Because some of your fan base just comes up with excuses and bullshit, and we're like,
No,
no,
you know.
you're just crap.
Like-
You guys
Palmer
have
is better than
you guys
Foden.
have
Like,
the
Palmer
best
is
right
better
back
than
in the
Foden.
world. You have the best right back in the world. You have the
We don't
best.
have the best right back. We
midfielder in
don't
the
even
world.
have the best right back in the league.
Oh, with
Forget the world.
Chelsea, we've had so much trouble. We've only spent $1 billion and we can't get
And whenever you get into any situation, immediately we hear about two Champions League.
Like,
Oh,
Every
there's
fan-
an old age.
Listen, this is how I know Chelsea are finished. How is a Spurs fan bantering my club? My club is finished. It's
It's
finished.
as simple as that. You were finished before 2003 as well.
Guys, let's talk about one club that people don't banter, Manchester City. Because even when they lose,
Nobody
people
cares
are
about Man City, man.
What?
Nobody cares about Man City. Who even cares about them? Like, no disrespect.
do.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Man City win a second Champions League this year. Would you care?
Why
They're
are you asking
automatically
that
bigger than you.
Because
Well,
they
they
will
already
now
are
be,
bigger than
they will now
question?
have better.
Won't be bigger than that. They won't be bigger than me because for starters, Chelsea did not cheat their way to 2 Champions Leagues. Yeah. No, we did not. No, we did not. 100 starters.
You literally
This guy, you're supposed to be with me. Trust me on this banner. You're supposed to be with
Oh,
me. We're both teams.
Yassine, you're with Patrick
is
here.
mad. I'm sorry, but
Oh, you guys are in the same.
sorry.
You play in the same sandbox, bro.
Yassine,
Bro,
that's where you lot are
bro,
getting investigated.
One second. You guys are Money Heist 1. They're Money Heist 2.
Yeah.
You haven't been found guilty. The thing with us, we haven't been
I
found
like
guilty.
that.
You
That's
snitch,
good.
you snitch on yourself. You snitch on yourselves. That's how guilty you are. You snitch
Bro,
on
you
yourself.
literally
have
were like, yo,
150 charges to your name. That is crazy.
Yo, Todd Bowley literally said.
I can't
Todd
believe
Bowley
it,
literally
just-
went to. Todd Bowley
just
literally
that.
went to
15
authorities
charges.
and said it's my fault.
Goalie's like, I don't want
think
this
I'd be
blood on my
bantering you,
hands.
man.
So
One
I'm
One
like,
second. Yasin, do you know what Chelsea was before 2003?
Bro, Man City can't even fill up their stadium, man. Allow it, man.
That's an odd myth now. It's
You
gone.
can't
Do you know
Hey,
Man
the
City were
bridge.
once again? Do you know Man City were gifted that stadium? You guys wanted the West Ham stadium.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
They
they
built
that's-
our own stadium. What are you talking, bro?
My bad,
Chelsea built
that's
their own
Tottenham.
stadium. What are you talking
My
about?
bad. That was Tottenham. But you guys wanted to change your stadium and rebuild it. Then you also wanted to move to another stadium because your stadium's so small. Do you not realize how small your stadium is compared
And
to
it's
other
crap.
stadiums?
It's so
That-
crap,
that
That does
honestly.
not matter. And guess what? At least
Yassine,
we
I've
actually have
been
a
to your
fan base.
stadium and
The
it's
thing is,
do
at
you
least
know,
at
this
least
is
we
funny.
have a fan base and we win trophies.
Do you know
Something
what-
like
you know
that.
what
You
makes
do
me
realize
We have fans.
you do realize your fan base before 2003 was almost non-existent to the level of similar to
Some of them
City.
were
That's
some
why
of them
they
were
spin it.
ex-Arsenal fans, yeah?
Can you name? Okay, I've got a question for you. Can you name one Manchester City legend for 08? Just one.
Yeah, I can't. Like
That's
literally,
why-
one, I can't.
Guys,
Who?
Guys,
Who?
I can't.
that's why
Summerby, I can't mention, but Summerby. But you know what
Patrick.
makes me laugh? Alan, let me answer him. You know what makes me laugh? You are the only Chelsea fan who does this. All the Chelsea fans are with us. We are your brothers. My brother, we'll play the championship together if things go bad. It'll be you and me. We're not
I
gonna
know,
be on
but
this
like,
panel.
I'm not
You and me
even
might not be on
trying
this
to
panel.
hate.
I can't.
With Man
If
City,
you can't call us anymore,
Allah,
we'll be on another
You
Allah,
panel.
see, the alliance, the oil brothers alliance
Let
has
me
been
let me
broken, guys.
There's this part of what's saying. There's a part of the City fan base that have hate for Chelsea. I don't know why. Because we've done our shit
No, we
better
don't
than you.
hate you. We don't hate you. No. Oh my god.
But City don't care about you lot.
We bought our trophies.
One
clean.
second,
We
one
didn't
second.
corrupt them.
One second.
Yassine,
One
City
second.
don't care about
One
you lot.
second. Everybody
course they
tell
do. What are
me.
you talking about?
Everybody tell me. Do you guys think City are a better version of Chelsea, or do you think City are a B-Tech version of Chelsea? Because I
they're
think
better.
See, by the way,
Better.
City corrupted.
B-Tech.
City have a fraud as their manager. Pep Guardiola is a cheating fraud who cheated at Barcelona. Don't forget. Sir Alex Ferguson's the goal, not Pep. Remember?
No,
Yo,
well,
Cam is gonna back that.
Bro,
Cam's
I'm
gonna
not
back
even
that.
trying to hate. We know Pep's corruption with Barca, and
Cam's like,
he knows
yo,
the history.
anything
know
you bring
Pep
up
has a
against
history.
Alex Ferguson over Pep.
See what you're doing here. The question was who's better at Man City or thing, and then you go and
Alex Ferguson against
Chelsea,
Barca.
Chelsea's
Yo,
better.
my man is
Chelsea-
deflecting. He's throwing so much shit at the wall to see what sticks.
Chelsea,
Don't
listen,
do-
for starters,
yeah.
our legends did not spawn. Our best legend did not exist after 2010. Our best legend is before 2010. We have far better legends, bigger fan base. We actually have a real fan base, not a fraudulent fan base.
Can you name a legend before
Nobody
2003?
supported Chelsea before 2003. Nobody did.
No
And
one
who
gave a
Spurs?
shit
What
about
is
you.
Spurs?
Nobody cared. All the fans in Africa who support Chelsea
craps
used to
about
be
you.
Arsenal fans.
Fan
They
base
used to be Arsenal
existed
fans.
after 2003. Your fan base did. Your fan base was
Well,
nothing.
we're in the present. We're in the present, so talk about the present. You're talking about
Same with
We're
Liverpool.
better than
They
you.
didn't have a
We're
big
better
fan
than
base
you.
before Mo Salah.
Huh?
Hey, girl, hush your gums,
Listen,
bro.
forget
Hush your
about
gums
03.
about
You weren't even
big
alive
fan
back then,
base.
bro.
You
Talk
snake.
about
You absolute snake.
Liverpool's
alive
Middle
back in
Eastern
03.
fan base has boosted
I've
their
been
fan base.
alive since
Why?
1986.
Do we talk about Asia, bro? Should we talk about Asia? Should we
Allow
talk
it,
about
man.
how
Okay,
big we
allow
are
it,
in
allow it,
Asia?
allow it.
Three in
Yeah,
2003.
Manchester United and Liverpool
More knowledge
democracy.
than you will ever have.
I mean, United is everywhere, so we don't need one country.
Yeah.
Hey, Cam,
Yo,
it's
but
just
be
literally
honest,
us
Cam,
two and then the rest,
Cam,
mate.
Cam,
Us two
be
and then the
honest,
rest.
be honest, Cam. 1 second, Cam is my fellow Canadian. Be honest. Growing up in Toronto, did you see much Liverpool fans in comparison to Chelsea and Arsenal growing up?
We're growing up. No, I'll say this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Growing up, if I'm being completely honest with you, like United was king.
You're good.
Arsenal, you saw a lot of. Chelsea, you saw a lot of. Liverpool, you didn't see a lot of in Canada. But I will say, because I had access to data, like in general, just
Listen, go to Africa.
Liverpool actually, like, and this is just based on like from my last job, the two highest fan bases in Canada are United and Liverpool. I didn't see it, but actual on paper,
Australia, we're also massive in Australia
so,
as well.
but to Gal's point, because we didn't have the access, let's be honest, we didn't have the access to the games as much as everybody else. The teams that were winning are who people cared about. And a lot of people decided to jump on Chelsea during the Roman era, like when it became like,
Thank you. The same way,
and Arsenal, obviously United had that like storied 19. That was crazy. Like back
By the
and
way,
forth.
we have to talk about City. So I'm just going to say this. City, they played Luton Town today. They found out Luton Town is not an easy place to go play. They were down 1-0.
We knew though.
And then they go Bernardo Silva. Did you guys know Bernardo Silva scores 1 goal every 8 games he's played in the Premier League?
Yeah.
He's still better than
He's still a rat. Patrick, he's still a rat though.
Stop crying about that. Let it go. Let go. Stop
Listen,
crying.
The thing is, I'm
still a
not
rat.
even trying to hate Man City. Yeah, before you continue, can I just say, Patrick, Man City fan, listen here. You know, in Africa, Chelsea United is the biggest rivalry. Nobody knows Man City, bro. Nobody knows Man City. Trust me.
Do you know what? Do you want me to explain you about
you
Chelsea?
say no disrespect and then you disrespect him.
Oh yeah, Let me just say one
It's
thing.
not disrespect, though. It's true. Nobody knows Man City, bro.
When I was growing
No,
up, in
let's try to
Africa,
stay on
right?
topic and wrap up the video, please.
Yeah, go. Okay,
Jack
look,
Grealish scored the goal to win you guys the game. Are your fans now saying Jack Grealish arrived? He's here. He's doing good. What do you say?
He hasn't.
Do you not rate
Man
Jack
City are
Grealish
a big
anymore?
club. They're bigger than Arsenal, but like you guys just don't.
What is this guy waffling
He's still
about?
good. Yes,
Yasin,
he's
you're
still
all over
good.
the place today.
No,
Yasin,
no,
You're
no,
rattled,
you're better than
Yasin, man.
Yasin, Wallah, you're all over the place. Allow us to just finish this topic and then we're done.
You know, this is why at the beginning of the video I said this is the guy who said Cole Palmer is better than Foden. That's where you have to rate him. You have to know
Bro,
his
Foden's
knowledge
on
is-
the bench. Foden's a bench warmer. He's not proving anything. Foden's sat on the bench, rotting. Leave the man
this
who
guy.
breaks UK's benches.
Hey, where did you dig this fella? This guy is
a
top
man who
comedy.
breaks
I don't
the
get it.
UK's benches. He's not even a football player. He doesn't even start.
Oh my god, I don't get this.
Are you
I
telling me
can't
right
take
now
him seriously.
Foden's better than Palmer? So you're telling me right now Foden's better than Palmer?
He is miles better.
Palmer's in good form. Foden's a better player.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
No, Palmer's not even in form. It's just penalties. Anyway, let's move on. I just feel like Jack, right? As a player, I keep saying this. He's a good player, football player, but I think he's not this wide winger as Pep keeps putting him as. Because he said it himself, Mikal. I play good as the number 10 or when I'm given. No, we're talking about Jack Grealish. We're not Foden. So he said himself that I play good as a number 10, or when somebody gives me freedom to roam around, as they did at Villa. But let's not forget, Southgate once said Jack Grealish doesn't know about positioning, because at Villa he used to just be let free. He's a maverick. They just told him do whatever you want. Let me talk about this game, guys. I said it right on a video. I think it was in Football Test or somewhere. I said that Villa are gonna spank us. I said it. I already predicted it, and the City fans went after me as always. They go to your DM, tell you that you have to trust the team no matter what. I said we're gonna get spanked, and I thought we're gonna get a draw at Luton, and then I said we're gonna get spanked by Paris, then we're gonna start a run. But anyway, Luton are on some hyper football. I understand why you guys struggled. They keep running for 90 minutes. They don't stop running for 90 minutes. Let's just be honest though. City outplayed them. That goal just came out of nowhere, but City outplayed them. But this season, Igal, you might be right a bit. This is not the same City. And I know that I was disagreeing with you just because sometimes you like to rattle people. But when you say that City don't have the core of Mahrez, Laporte, and Gundo, I understand. That's why I'm a bit scared when people are saying, oh, City, come back second half of the season. I was like, but Gundogan is not here to carry us, because the guy used to carry us on his back throughout the season. Laporte is not here to become the next Maldini just for a few games. Mahrez is not here to carry us few sticky games where he used to come in and score 3 goals. So, look, I'll take the 3 points. As I said right now, City's Vibes FC. Without Rodri, we don't play football, which is pathetic and embarrassing, to be honest. I think Pep, as a top-class manager, he should find a way to play without Rodri. Obviously, Phillips is leaving in January. I hope we go to Newcastle and get Bruno Guimaraes, who's got 100 million release clause. I hope we pay that before the charges come through. So, look, we got the 3 points. Luton is a difficult place. I don't know when the other guys like United has United been to Luton Town yet? Have you been away?
No.
Okay. Okay.
United haven't signed up to Luton. No.
I think Luton is going to slap you. I think Luton might slap you.
I'll say straight up
By
that
the way,
that's what I'm not worried about.
If your club has not beaten Luton, don't chat to me.
Your club lost to. You're gonna lose. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's starting. Bro, you didn't even know what to say. That he started.
Clip him, Egal, clip him, and bring him back. Clip him, because Luton will spank them. Luton
What
is.
did he just
We beat
do?
them 3-0.
He just went, listen, guys, we're over. Way over time. Guys, one second, guys. We're way over time. We're gonna wrap it up here.
About CJ. I think Cam was saying something about CJ.
Guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Guys, gotta go. But long story short, City. Anybody counting City out of this title race? Because I'm not. I'm still not counting them out. I just want to see if Kevin De Bruyne comes back fully ready. Because if Kevin De Bruyne comes back half ready, you guys are done.
He's training. You know that, right? He's training.
Yeah, but I also seen him dancing, doing the baby calm down. He looked like Hamza first. Anyways, guys.
Look, can I say this? His dancing is still better than Odegaard's performance all season, though. Let's just say that it's still better than.
No, that's not even remotely true. But hey, if Kevin De Bruyne comes back, that's the key to you guys winning. Obviously, no debate there.
Yeah, can you put Enlightenment's comment up? I like it. Can you just pop it up on the screen, please?
Where is it?
His comment.
Chelsea are 12.
End the stream. It's done.
Done.
Yeah, end the stream. It's done.
Peace out, guys.
Wait.
You got no fans? You got no fans.